Like you will definitely go there. You want your house ready within the next 2 years. So you have to frame it out in such a way that you put all the layers one by one. At the same time, the third thing I would say is fill up all your cracks. That is, if you had any loans, if you have any liabilities, see that you pay your EMIs on time and see that all EMIs are kept proper without paying penalty on them. Especially the interest is very high, so your cost will increase. So try to be on time as far as payments are concerned. And of course, once you have the design and the house is ready, work in such a way that you try and achieve it before time. And that is by investing your money rather than just saving it. And most importantly is always use the help of an architect and an engineer so that you can actually plan the things without mistakes. And that is exactly how you plan your finances with a financial planner. This, if you use it, definitely your finances can be boosted up in 2025. Thank you.
Tell you a story of a girl called Joanne. Now this girl, when she was in the 7th standard, her mother started a small SIP, means small savings of every month of 1,000 rupees every month. And this went on till she completed her 10th standard. Unfortunately, in the 11th standard, her father passed away due to cancer. And fortunately, I should say, father was insured for one LIC policy of 3 lakhs. So we got the 3 lakhs and put it in Joanne's name. After that, she went on to do her 12th standard, then she went on to do her BA, completed her MA, and went and did her BEd in Montessori schooling, specialized in Montessori schooling. Last year, she happened to go for an interview. After going through all the credentials, Sir Oscar just asked her one simple question. What is the salary that you are expecting from us? And Joanne said, I'm not worried about the salary, I just want to teach. Because I love teaching. Even if you don't pay me, no issues, I'm not worried. Whatever you feel is worth it, you pay me. But I don't worry about my salary because today, I am already financially free. And she shows a mobile to Sir Oscar and says, today I have net worth of 26 lakh rupees. Now you tell me, sir, when I'm already having money, why should I work for money? And she gets selected, not even within an hour's time, she gets her appointment letter. Why? Because her way of looking at the profession is more of a mission. It's not to make money.
Investing in equity market is just like riding a roller coaster ride. It's both exciting and frightening. When a roller coaster goes up, you will feel excited. But when it comes down, you will be frightened. No matter how frightened you are, it is wise to stay seated and not jump out of panic. Jumping out may incur an irreparable loss, while being seated is going to reward you when you finish the ride. So, in the case of equity investment, after investing, if the market goes up, you will be excited. But when the market falls, you will feel fear. Your success as an investor doesn't depend on whether you were frightened or not. It depends on what did you choose when you were under extreme fear. Correction is normal. Before equity mutual fund can create wealth for you, it goes through many ups and downs. If you feel fear and get tempted to sell due to it, remember one thing, correction is temporary and growth is permanent. In fact, a market correction is a good opportunity to invest more at cheaper prices. which eventually end up giving you more profits in the long run. Be it a roller coaster or equity mutual fund, staying on course is the right choice. Call us now to know the suitable investment opportunities. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risk. Read all scheme-related documents carefully. And proven key to crack the equity market, the only key which has reaped profits every single time. Let me tell you an interesting story of a parrot and its owner, Miss Mehra. Miss Mehra was very excited to have bought a parrot and kept it in a nice cage. But the parrot didn't talk. She went to the pet store and asked for what she can do to make the parrot talk. The pet shop owner advised mirrors, swings, toys, etc. But the parrot never talked and finally died in a week. Before dying, the parrot finally spoke. They don't sell food at the pet store? With the advancement of technology and strategies, we have forgotten the core basic, the food for investment, time. Market outlook, fiscal deficit, GDP growth, crude oil prices, international markets, etc. are all decorative terms and additional factors like the mirror, ladder, and swings. Just like the parrot survives on food and talks, give your investment time and it will talk. If you really want your parrot or say your investment talking, make sure you are giving it what it needs the most. Time. Don't kill your investment. Give it what it needs the most. The food for investment. Time. Mutual fund investments are subject to market risk. Read all scheme-related documents carefully. Either
A very good evening to each one of you. We are here today to celebrate the launch of the NJFLAP Junior Program, an exciting new initiative aimed at empowering young minds to explore and develop their skills in investing and managing money for their future. We welcome each and every one of you today for this program, and we hope you enjoy and take back something very, very unique with you all today from this program. We are thrilled to have with us today Dr. Celso Fernandez, Financial Advisor at Nave Marg Financial Services. With over 17 years of experience in the finance field, Dr. Celso has been instrumental in helping people invest for their future. He has authored 8 books in finance. I would also like the audience to give an applause to Dr. Celso because now he has also written and published a textbook for 9th standard at Goa State Council for Education Research and Training Board. His dream of seeing all Goan children start paying their own fees at the age of 18 led him to the creation of this NJFLAP Junior Program. So please put your hands together in welcoming our finance mentor, Dr. Celso Fernandez. Can we all stand up for the national anthem?
Janamana Adhinayaka Jaya He
भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you. Good evening, friends. And a very, very warm welcome to each and every one of you for this program of the launch of the NJFLAP Junior, which is going to be a very, very interesting program for you all to learn on how we are actually trying to transform the lives of our Goan children. First and foremost, I would like to say a very big welcome to Sir Jignesh Desai, who has come all the way from Surat. He is our founder and joint managing director of NJ India Invest Private Limited. We also have Sir Ankur Bhai Marfatia, who has come all the way from Surat. Then we have Janak Patel, who has come all the way from Surat. These are our luminaries from Surat. Then we have from Bangalore, Mr. Shailesh, our zonal head. And of course, from Goa, we have quite a few dignitaries over here. Sir Ravindra is there behind, sitting right behind. He is the lead coordinator for the SCRT board. Then we have Sir Ravindra, who was present. Both are sitting behind. I know they should have been here in front, but they prefer the back seats always. Sir Govindraj and Sir Chandrakant. Then we have Sunny, our head for NJ India from Goa unit. And of course, all my dear teachers and parents come over here. Today, in fact, I must say that, Nave Marg Financial Services has completed 17 years of its existence in Goa and trying to spread financial literacy as far as possible, because actually the reason was because I myself was affected with it, in the sense, being a dentist, I didn't know anything about finances. And for almost 18 years, I was basically running after money. Today I can proudly say that yes, money comes running to me. I know how to make money while sleeping. Whether I work or I don't work, I just sleep in peace. Not rest in peace, it is SIP. So I just sleep in peace. Whether I work, it doesn't make any difference, because my money plant has already grown to such a level that today the fruits are actually enjoyed by the society. The tree is mine, but the fruits belong to the society, not to me. So I need to start giving, because what I've seen is, the more you give, the more the fruits grow. In fact, first few years, yes, I had to water the plants regularly, but now once the roots are formed, automatically whether I water or I don't water, that doesn't make any difference. The fruits keep coming as per the season. Sometimes the markets are up, sometimes they are down. Like weather conditions, the stock market also is the same. So we have to see to it that we manage it. So now what happens is, as far as my journey in FLAP, as far as financial literacy is concerned, initially first in the year 2016, I tried going to the schools and telling the children, teaching children about money. But the moment they go to home and they ask their parents that today Dr. Celso came to our school and he said to start saving. Immediately what parents used to say, is this your subject? Why are you telling us about savings now? And most of them used to go and fight with the headmaster and saying, what are you teaching about money to the children? Money is actually not to be touched by the children. You all are making them more into what I should say like a more rowdy type of children rather than teaching them about money. So parents used to object. So then I took a stand of going to college students, because now they are above 18. For 7 years we did this FLAP program across college students, graduated many of them, and many of them have started investing when they are in college. But to my surprise, 90% of them don't like to show their investments to their parents. Because once they are 18, they are totally independent. They don't like parents to see theirs, because parents don't like to show theirs also. Like parents don't show their investments to the children. So then children say, why we should show it to them? So then automatically there was a disconnect, and out of every 100 students, only 10 would come with their parents to the office. 90% didn't want their parents to join and know what they're doing. So then fortunately when I was thinking about it, I said, yes, now we need to do something with school children. And fortunately, I was so much blessed to be invited by Chandrakant sir to meet for the training of the school teachers, the aided schools, that is all the Goa's aided schools. So we went for a training to teach the teachers, because financial literacy got added in the curriculum of new education policy, and we had to train teachers from 470 schools. And it was really a proud privilege for me to meet all of them, teach them about money, and let me tell you, it is just not even 1 month that we have finished with the training, but I've already visited 16 schools and met the parents there. And you won't imagine the reaction of the parents is terrific. In fact, most of them said, yes, we need to teach our children about money. And on the other side, blessed to be a part of NJ Group. With the technology and all that they provide, we managed to compile the entire textbook what we have put in the Goa board in the form of videos, which you will be able to see now. And any child can just log in, enter his credentials, watch the videos, and clear the FLAP examination. And that is all digital. And the moment the child answers the exam, there are total 30 questions in that, multiple choices, and there are different sets of papers which come. So randomly you can pick up one question paper and answer all those questions, which we will be showing you today, and then immediately he can complete the FLAP course. And that certificate can be used by the teachers as a reference that this child is really financially inclined and financially interested. So much so that today we will be giving you a very good offer at the end of it, which will really excite, because in Panjim, all the schools which are present, they definitely said, yes, we have to do something, and we will see that maximum of our students qualify through that. So not to waste much of your time, as far as FLAP is concerned today, all the details and all, we have our team from NJ which has come down, who will explain each and every step about it, and at the end of it, we will let you know how we take it forward from here. So now I'll hand over to Sir Ankur, but to start with the proceedings, before that, Jennifer can introduce Ankur for the audience, to the audience. Thank you.
We will be joined by Mr. Ankur Marfatia of NJ India, who has come from Surat, Gujarat. He is the Group Head of Corporate Affairs and Administration of NJ Group. He is also the one who is the motivator where NJFLAP Junior program is concerned. Right from the time it was conceptualized by Jignesh Sir and Neeraj Sir in 2021. His renowned expertise in this field makes him an invaluable speaker for today's event. Please put your hands together in welcoming Mr. Ankur Marfatia. I call on Dr. Selser to present the floral tribute to Mr. Ankur along with a small token of our gratitude.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar. It is indeed a memorable, and today it's even an auspicious day, because all of us have gathered today on the birthday of Dr. Selso. Somehow we forgot to mention it. So let us have a round of applause for Dr. Selso. It's his birthday. Many happy returns of the day, Doctor. May you continue your journey of financial wealth creation for your clients and inspire students to do the same. We have gathered here today on the launch of NJFLAP Junior, an online learning module specially curated for the school students. Before saying something about what NJFLAP Junior is all about, I would like to go back a bit in the history about what NJ is and what NJ stands for. NJ stands for Mr. Neeraj Choksi and Mr. Jignesh Desai. We are blessed to have Mr. Jignesh Desai here today. He is one of our co-founders and promoters and our motivator. So a round of applause for our Jignesh sir, who has made it today, and he will guide us during the fireside chat which Dr. Selso has organized. So thanks a lot, sir, for being here. About NJ Group, I would say the company was formed when our two sirs, Neeraj Bhai and Jignesh Bhai, were studying in college, and they conceptualized to make a company to create wealth for the Indians. And today we are at a stage where we are supporting more than 40 lakh clients through our more than 40,000 sub-distributors pan-India. We are having our presence in 20 states with our support network of more than 170 branch offices. So that is how we have started the journey, and we are seeing the fruits today. Our current AUM, our assets under advice or assets under management as we call, is around 2,40,000 crores. That makes us one of the largest mutual fund distributors in India. And you are associated with Dr. Celso, meaning you are also associated with NJ Group. So that's a matter of pride. About NJ again, we have also diversified into asset management company. We have our own fund house, and we are also having our NBFC, that is non-banking financial company, and we are also into insurance broking along with other business. We are also into wellness. One of our other products is a Refresh, which caters to clients for personal well-being and overall holistic development. Right, so that's about NJ. Now coming to NJFLAP. FLAP stands for Financial Literacy Awareness Program. This was a brainchild of both of our mentors, Jignesh Bhai and Neeraj Bhai. During one of the meetings, they suggested that we should spread financial literacy to the college students, because when the college students come into the real life scenario, they really, like, whether they are BCom students, whether they are BBA students or engineering or medicine, as Dr. rightly said, they really lack financial literacy, they lack financial knowledge. And after that, we created videos and everything, animated self-paced self-learning videos, and we started approaching colleges and universities, of course. Today, as I stand here, we have covered more than 450 colleges across India, and we have more than 38,000 students who have enrolled for FLAP. So that's a big journey, and 38,000 students means it's a good number. It's as good as having our own university. So a round of applause for all the people who are behind this to make it successful. Now coming back to Goa, I would say that Goa is blessed to have a medical practitioner turned financial doctor in the form of Dr. Celso Fernandez. Dr. Celso is fondly known as the financial doctor of Goa. His zest for spreading financial literacy to various sections of the society is something to learn from. NJFLAP Junior stems from the fact that it was the brainchild of Dr. Celso also, and he approached us to do something for the school students and their parents as well. Dr. Celso was of the opinion that FLAP Junior shall empower the parents and school students in particular to make a bright and financially literate future for the students. It is truly an honor to be here today as we launch the groundbreaking online learning portal designed to promote financial literacy among school students. Regarding the launch and all, my colleague Janak Bhai will take you through that. This initiative was more than just a digital platform. It is a step toward empowering the next generation with the knowledge and skills they need to navigate the financial world confidently. We live in an era where financial decisions are made every day, often from a very young age, yet many students graduate without a clear understanding of how to budget, save, invest, or even manage debt responsibly. This gap in financial education has long-term consequences, affecting not just individuals but affecting entire economies. This online learning portal aims to bridge that gap by providing accessible, engaging, and practical financial education. We are giving students the tools to promote and make informed decisions, whether it's about managing their first paycheck, planning for college, or even starting their own business. Financial literacy is not just about numbers. It's about creating a future of financial independence, security, and opportunity. But knowledge alone is not enough. We must cultivate a mindset of responsibility and discipline. We must encourage students to ask questions, seek advice, and develop habits that will serve them for a lifetime. That is why this platform is designed not only to educate, but to inspire through interactive lessons, real world scenarios and expert insights. I want to take a moment to thank all my team members in Surat, in our IT team, and Janakbhai in particular, and of course our mentors who made this whole module possible. Right? So this is your opportunity to take control of your financial future. Learn, apply and grow, because the choices you make today will shape the life you live tomorrow. Together, let's build a generation that is financially aware, responsible and ready for success. Till now, we have known Goa as the financial fun capital of India. But now you should take a pledge today to make Goa the financial capital of India. Thank you very much for patiently listening. Jai Hind.
We are now excited to hear from Mr. Sailesh Matukia, the Zonal Head of NJ India, who will kick off the fireside chat with Sir Jignesh Desai, Joint Managing Director and Co-founder of NJ Group. A warm welcome to both of you. I call on Dr. Salso to present the floral tribute to Sir Jignesh and Mr. Sailesh.
Okay, so first of all, very warm welcome to everyone for today's event, and Hare Krishna, sir. If I give, so as Ankur Bhai and the Dr. sir has already introduced Jignesh sir, but I want to put some points regarding our today's speaker. Right, if I give a small introduction about our today's speaker in the fire chat, see, actually finance is a very boring subject, and you need to take it very calmly, right? But still we will try for the fire chat, sir. But let me give you a few points about the sir. So, NJ Group, as Ankur Bhai said, that NJ Group are in the various different segments, and these are all reflecting of the Jignesh Bhai's commitment to the innovation and the sustainable growth. Jignesh Bhai also has been actively contributing back to the society via actively participating in the various social activities. He is mastermind behind the whole success of NJ Group, as he has a strong sense of different businesses, great knowledge of multiple industries, and today also he is fully involved in the entire businesses of the NJ Group. One of the best skill of the Jignesh Bhai, I can say that he is a master in judging the people and making them successful, and as a result, many employees and the MFDs able to establish a successful career under his leadership. So not taking much in the time, it's always a privilege and a pleasure to listen from such a great personality who filled with the simplicity in his nature, simplicity in his life, simplicity in his talk, can contribute lot more value in our life. So from my bottom of my heart, welcome you sir once again, and let's start our today's session. So, first question from my side, sir, is that I would like you to share with us how mutual fund industry shaped over the time and how NJ emerged as the largest distribution house.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. And many happy returns of the day, Dr. Selso. And first of all, thank you so much for inviting us for this wonderful event. If we talk about mutual funds, actually mutual fund, private sector mutual fund started in 92. So 92, SEBI came out with the new regulations for the private sector mutual fund. Before that, it was only a government-backed savings scheme, and one of the biggest savings scheme was the UTI, Unit Trust of India. You must be aware about Unit 64, Master Game, Master Plus and all. That was under the old regulations. But the 92 regulations are one of the best regulations I have seen in my career. It is so transparent, it is so investor-centric, and it is so scalable regulations that today in 92 industry started at zero and today we are at around 65 lakhs crore plus kind of industry. I think it's a big achievement of our government. If you look at the broad feature of mutual funds, I think it's a very versatile vehicle. If you want to invest for short term, medium term, long term, for a low risk, medium risk, high risk, for a small amount to a large amount. All the options are available under the mutual fund vehicle. The third most important thing is the structure. So the mutual fund is basically a trust. The trust appointed asset management company are registered as the custodian. So whatever money you invest goes to the trust, and based on the objective of the fund, the asset management company manages that fund. And in terms of R&D, they are servicing to the unit holder, like our investors, and the custodian, he manages the trust custody of the security. So it's a very sound and very low risk kind of a structure. And because of that, if you look at in last 30-32 years, we haven't seen a single fraud in entire mutual fund industry. I think that's the big thing any investor should know before investing into mutual fund. So structure is very powerful. And whenever I meet in a different forum and people talk about China, because China is one of the very important economy in the world, and then they talk about manufacturing and other stuff, that China is 20 years ahead of India. So I don't know much about that, and I don't know much about manufacturing and all. But if you look at in mutual fund, our regulation is surely 20 years ahead of US, which is one of the largest market, one of the largest economy. So I think that's the proud moment for all of us, and it's just started. Just look at the numbers. Today we have approximately 5.5 crores demat accounts. So they are the participants in the capital market, and the mutual fund folios are less than that. So I think it's just starting point of financialization in our country, and in future I think lot of investors will participate in this beautiful vehicle. So I think it's a great opportunity for distributor as well. It's a great opportunity for investors also.
Very well said, sir. Absolutely, we all are lucky Indians.
And you asked for the NJ also.
Yeah.
So fortunately, we started our career in 94. So we started NJ in June 94. And we were the only two people, Neeraj and myself. And we used to sell fixed deposits, the corporate fixed deposit. In those days, ITC, Tata Sons, Tata Motors, they were the borrowers from the public, and we used to distribute those fixed deposits. And then one fine day, we saw amazing presentation of JM Mutual Fund. And then I still remember, so their marketing campaign in those days was also very innovative. There was a cricket-based campaign and there was a plane. So that indicates the liquid fund, a very safe and steady kind of product. And then there was a straight drive, so that is a debt fund. And then there is a hook, that was the equity fund. So it was an amazing ad campaign, and that day we decided to step into this business, and we thought it's an amazing vehicle for retail investor. But from 94 to 2000, it was a very, very difficult days for all of us, and still I remember that we used to pay salary by borrowing money to our employees. And I think 2000 onward, then we started creating a platform. In those days, there was no technology available for mutual fund, because it's a very dynamic product. Every day the NAV changes. You will have to calculate the returns based on the NAV. And then we routined one software engineer at that point in time. And today we have a dedicated software company with 350 people. And largely they are supporting this platform. So it's our own homegrown, made in India technology which we currently use. And around 40,000 are advisors. More than 85% of the PIN code in India we cover, and they are using it.
Thank you, sir. It's a very amazing things of the transformation happened over the time in the financial inclusion. Sir, many teachers are also sitting in this hall, and as Dr. Sir said, that financial management subject added in the syllabus 9. Now, how teachers can take up the next level, so together we can educate them about the financial literacy at a very early age.
I think the financial literacy, the part of the education system, is the dream come true. And first of all, many congratulations to all the stakeholders, those who are actively involved in taking this idea to the school and the secondary and higher secondary board. I think it's an amazing thing. And according to me, I think this is the first time in India any government is very keen to take this subject at a school level. It's a great idea. And to the teachers, I think my first advice is, if they try and understand this product for themselves first, I think that's the first step. So once they understand the entire mutual fund product, and based on their own goals and dreams, like child higher education, child marriage, building a new home, buying a new car, and link with that, if they are able to invest with the advisor like Dr. Celso, I think once they experience the power of SIP, the power of mutual fund, then probably it will be very easy to take this idea to the student. And it's a very simple vehicle, and we'll talk about that later. But I think this is the first step to start with their own account, and then probably take this idea to the student.
Thank you, sir. Connected to that question, what do you think is the role of the parents in making his son or the daughter realize the importance of the financial awareness in the early age?
Yeah, I think it's a similar thing. As I said, that the penetration of mutual fund itself is extremely low in India as of now. So I assume that majority of the parents have not tested the power of mutual fund and power of SIP. So it's really a challenging task, but probably what I have seen in many families, that children are also very influential, and once they are able to understand the power of this power of compounding mutual fund and SIP, then probably it's very easy to convince their parents, and that parents also should start looking at this wonderful avenue. I think that's the process. It's a very simple process, but one has to take that activity very seriously. I think that's very important. And the awareness and education is constant, irrespective of the segment of the society, whether they are junior, senior, everyone needs to educate and to create awareness program like this on a very, very regular basis. I think that's the only way to connect with them.
Thank you, sir. Sir, one point you have touched upon, that is a compounding. So our kids learn the compounding formula from our teachers at a high school level, 7, 8, 9 standard. I want to ask you how practically compounding works in a real life and how it's play a role in someone's life in creating the wealth.
Yeah, the power of compounding is actually a wonder of the world, and it works very well in investment world. Just to give you a simple example, that if you invest 10,000 rupees a month for a period of 30 years, so that comes to around 36 lakhs rupees of investment. And if you invest with, let's say, 8% kind of a return, typically the bank deposit or any of the debt mutual funds, then your end value is close to around 1.5 crores. And similar amount if you invest at, let's say, 15% kind of a return, which is typically a hybrid kind of a product where it's 50% in equity and 15 debt, then your end value is around 7.5 crores. And the similar amount is if you are able to invest in equity, which can deliver 20% kind of a return, which we have seen in last 30 years, then probably the end value is close to around 23 crores. So there is a huge gap between these two. And I think the most important thing is time. The time is very, very important. If you reduce this 30 years to 20 and 20 to 10, the number will completely change. So that power comes with the time. So that patience is very, very critical. And if you look at one of the biggest investors in the world, Warren Buffett, his investment tenure is around 80-85 years. And out of that, the majority of the wealth he made in last 15 years. So that time is the key in get the benefit of compounding, because the market is volatile. So you cannot expect 20% return month on month or a year on year or every 2 years, 3 years. You will have to provide that kind of a time frame for your investment. And unfortunately, what is happening that if you look at any 10-year period, 15-year period, your 20% time, you make 80% of your money. But unfortunately, we don't know when that 20% time will come. So it's a highly volatile and we can't time the market. And for that, you will have to stay invested for a longer period of time. So I think it's a very, very simple idea, but it's very difficult to practice, because that emotional element will also play a very big role. And whether you are able to create your wealth or not, it highly depends upon your behavior. I think this behavior is the key, and otherwise the compounding works amazingly well. And I think it's a great idea to discuss all these things with the students, because they have a huge runway. Like people like me or people like Celso, I think whatever 20-30 years left for us, and if we are able to make that kind of a wealth at the age of 80, it's not going to help us a lot. But those who are young, just think that Warren Buffett started his career at 11, investing into market, and just think that if you start your SIPs age of 10 or 12 or 15, you have a great runway. And if you are able to invest for, let's say, 25-30 years, At the age of 40, 45, you are going to be millionaire. So it's a very simple thing, but very difficult. And I think Dr. Sensor is doing a great job to take this idea to the right audience, according to me, to get the benefit of power of compounding.
Yeah, very well said. Long term produce a good compounding effect in wealth creation. But in real life, sir, sorry to say that, but people have so many idea about to making a money fast through stock trading, FNOs, crypto. So what is your thoughts regarding that? Because people want to make money fast. So what is your thoughts in that?
No, I think one is it's a question of awareness. I think awareness is very, very key. So our job, or Dr. Sensor's job, is to go and connect with the right people, and I think that is what we started doing it, to go to school and educate them about the long-term benefit of investing. And I think the most important thing is we need to do a lot of work in terms of explaining them about the difference between the trading and investing. I think trading is a very different thing, investing is a very different thing. And definitely, if you are unaware of the idea of power of compounding and all, then probably your attention towards the time is going to be less, and probably you will prefer and you will choose to invest in an idea where you get quick money. But once you are thorough with the theory of power of compounding and all, then I am very hopeful that today's youngsters and today's students are smart enough to understand the concept of creating wealth. But it's our duty to connect with them, and I think the role of the teacher is also very, very critical, very, very important, because they spend most of the time with the children than the parents. So the role of teacher is also equally important. And I am very sure it's a very long-term activity. It's not a 1 day or a 1 month or a 1 year activity. So we have to keep doing this. It's a very simple, it's very boring activity, because today what I am discussing with you is sort of a thing we used to discuss 30 years before. So there is no change in our speech. This is the same concept. The only difference is today we have a better data point to justify our idea, to justify our thought, to justify power of compounding also. That's the only difference. Otherwise the theory remains the same.
Thank you so much, sir. Now comes to a very important point. See, in today's era, there are so many digitalization happen in India. The social media, lots of information people used to get at home, and there are so many digital platforms also available. So people have a DIY kind of the things in mind, right? Then my question is that what is the role or the importance of the financial coach like Dr. Selso in the wealth creation journey?
So I think this technology app and all is good for your backend, and it will definitely help to improve the efficiency. It will definitely help to improve the process and all. But as I said, when it comes to managing behavior of the person, I think that app will not work, because every investor which we have seen, it's very difficult for them to write the fear, greed and hope cycle. And for that, probably you need a personal advisor. And if you look at even in medical field also, there is a doctor who guides us and we trust him. And similarly, when you go and build the house, you also take the help of architects and engineers. So I think similarly in investment also, it's more of a behavior management. If you invest for a longer period of time, then probably you need someone to advise you, to guide you, not on a technical parameter, but on a fundamental parameter. And definitely it will help you. And it's a very important profession. And in India, I think its profession is growing. And definitely, as of now, if you look at compared to the insurance advisors, the number of mutual fund advisors are less. And if you look at the investment advisors in a developed Western market, the ratio of investor to advisor ratio is very, very, very bad. So I am very hopeful that in future, a lot of new gen also entered into this profession. And I am very hopeful for the next 10 years, the scenario of our investor community will be quite different. And you will be surprised, even today also, if we talk about the dependency on FII has reduced drastically. Today only the mutual fund industry is participating with around 22,000 odd crores per month. Out of that, we at NJ, we are doing around 2,200 crores per month. We have around 8 to 10% market share in the SIP book. But I think that has reduced a huge amount of dependency from the FII, the foreign investment. I think it's a great thing for nation. And in future, in next 5 to 10 years, we will see the same amount of growth in the industry.
Very well said, sir. Thank you. So it's already you answered. Sometimes investor feels that market has given the solid return, 15%, but it is not showing in my portfolio, right? Probably you have already answered, touch upon the point about the behavior. So what can be a 3 major quality which make a successful investor?
No, I think you don't need 3 quality, only 1 quality is required, that is patience. So if you invest into a diversified mutual fund and be patient, and I think that's the biggest challenge, to be patient. It's very simple but very, very, very difficult. Otherwise, what you said about fund return vis-a-vis the investor's return, I think worldwide that is the scenario. If you look at more than 70, 80 markets in the world, I have seen the data of long trail data, that is of 10, 20 years of data. The NAV and inflows are parallel in any market. And I think that's the only reason where fund is giving return over a longer period of time, but investor is unable to fetch the benefit of that. And the investor also makes return, I think the only quality is required is the patience.
Thank you, sir. On a closing note, I want to ask a very important question. Is that India is going to be the 3rd largest economy in the world. What is your message to today's investor as well as teachers to contributing in the building India's youth to build a career along with the Viksit Bharat?
No, I think we all know that India's story is a very powerful story. And to participate in India's story is fortunately very simple. Start your mutual fund account today, start your SIP account today, and sit back and relax. After 10 years, you will be surprised to see your portfolio. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for your wonderful insight, sir. I think definitely it is going to help for all of us in our wealth creation journey, as well as to teach our youngster, our champs, our future champ, about the financial literacy. So with that, we are ending this interaction here, and Thank you so much, sir, for giving your insightful thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Jignesh and Mr. Sailesh, for such a powerful and inspiring fireside chat. Now it is time for the launch of NJFLAP Junior with live demo. To guide us through this process, we have Mr. Janak Patel, who is our technical person from NJ Group, and he's also come from Surat, Gujarat. We welcome you, sir. Mr. Janak will help in the launch of NJFLAP Junior with a live demo. Student Churiel from Benauni will enroll along with Mr. Janak in the live demo process. I call on Doctor to present Mr. Janak with the floral tribute.
लाइट का इशू हो जाता है 3 फोटो की जाते हैं लास्ट में लाइट
Good evening, friends. I welcome you all and thank you very much for inviting us. Before starting the demo of this NJFLAP Junior, I would like to, or rather the NJ Group would like to felicitate Dr. Celso Fernandez, for his never-ending work. Sir, please be on stage, and I request Sri Jignesh sir to felicitate Dr. Celso Fernandez. So this is the time to launch NJFLAP Junior. NJFLAP, we have installed the NJFLAP in 2021, and today we are going to launch NJFLAP Junior. The main purpose of this program is to spread financial literacy pan-India, and even for the juniors, the main motto is the same, to spread the financial literacy to the student at a very early age. And Goa is the first city or the first state where the NJFLAP is going to be inaugurated. So it is a proud moment for city, for NJ Group, and 100% for Dr. Celso Fernandez, because he has given this idea कि हमको students को early age से educate करना है related to financial literacy, and because of this idea the team has created all these virtual videos, the content and everything, and today we are here to launch NJFLAP Junior. So I would like to request Juriel, please come on stage. She is the first student from this city who has already registered for the course, and I just would like to give 2 or 3 videos as a demo on the screen. Please, Digra, please on the stage here. So the login process is very simple. It is in 3 stages. First is you can visit the site. The name of the site is www.njflap.in. On the rightmost corner, you just need to click on register now. And first you have to create your login ID and password. So login ID and password. So all the credentials are to be created by the student himself or herself only. So from our end, no email or nothing will be sent for that particular purpose. The student will create the login ID and password, and once the login ID and password is created, the second stage is to complete the profile. The profile is nothing but the student name, the school, the standard, and the address and everything. So the basic information is asked for our backend purpose. So once the the enrollment is done from the student's end, the pop-up will be there, and the NJFLAP course and the NJFLAP Junior both window will be displayed. The student has to click on NJFLAP Junior on enroll button, and again another pop-up will be there, and it will display you have successfully enrolled from the program. Once again, I am telling you, this is a free of cost certificate course. So पूरे फ्लैप के ड्यूरेशन में किधर भी we are not going to ask for any money, because many people ask after the particular after clearing the exam and before downloading the certificate, many institutes ask for the fees and everything. So there is nothing, because this is a CSR activity of NJ Group and of course joined with Nave Marg. So there is no financial liability from anyone's end. That is a very clear thing, and this is a certificate course. So there is exam also and there is a certificate also. So I'll just log in because I have already created the login ID and password of Juriel. So you can see on the leftmost corner, all the course curriculum is mentioned. These are the chapters. The chapters are savings and investments, basics of equity, budgeting, banking, basics, taxation, basics of insurance, basics of mutual fund. These are the main chapters, and the topics are, the subtopics are mentioned once you click on the particular chapter, and all the total videos are for 1 hour and 14 minutes. So only 74 minutes is there for the whole course, and the maximum duration of the one video is 8 minutes. So जैसे students या everyone is watching the reels, just consider this each video as a reel, और दिन में 1 या 2 reel भी देखोगे, within 10 to 15 days she or he will be able to complete the course very easily. It's a self-paced, self-learning course, so she or he has not to compromise with the games or with the college or with the school, nothing, or tuition. So anytime in 24 hours, just give 15 to 20 minutes. So she or he will be able to complete the course in 15 days for sure. I will just play 1 or 2 videos for the conviction purpose.
Money is the accepted medium of exchange. Basic thing such as bread to the high value products such as a car. Money is something we use every day. It has evolved to make trading and managing value easier throughout the history. So let us see the history of money. Humans have been transacting in goods much before the invention of money. But have you ever thought how were these transactions taking place without money? The answer is barter system. There was no standardized system for exchange, so people used to trade goods directly. Those who had apples and wanted oranges, they used to trade apples for oranges. But This method was inefficient because both the parties had to want what the other had, which is known as double coincidence. So to address the limitations of barter system, people began using commodities like shells or precious metals as money because they had value of their own. Now for providing a standardized form of money, coins made from metals were introduced. But as trade developed, it became difficult to make payment with coins for high value transactions. Therefore, a new system of trade was required. So eventually, paper currency was introduced as it was lighter and easier to carry than coins. However, the evolution of money did not stop there. Today, we have a plethora of digital payment options, including online banking, credit cards, UPI, and cryptocurrencies.
So all the videos are pictorial presentations. The theory portion is very less. Mostly all the videos are with the images and made it understand very easily. I'll just run another video.
Hello everyone. In this video, we will understand the difference between needs and wants. When you feel hungry, you need food to satisfy your hunger. Therefore, food is your need. However, when you visit the market with your father, you feel tempted to have ice cream. In this situation, ice cream is not your need, but it is your want. Now let's understand the difference with the help of examples. Needs are the essential requirements in our life, such as food, which we need to survive, water, which we need to stay hydrated and healthy, shelter, which protects us from weather and keeps us safe, and clothes, which we need to stay warm and protect ourselves from the environment. Now let's move on to wants. Wants are the things we desire but don't need to survive, such as pizza. It is a tasty treat, but you can survive with healthy food even if you don't eat pizza. Next, video games. They are fun, but they aren't something we need to live. And lastly, fancy clothes. We need clothes, but we don't need designer clothes to stay warm.
Good evening to all the audience present today. Kindly excuse my voice because I just traveled from Delhi. I've been there for last 10 days and because of the bad weather, I have this problem of sore throat. It's indeed a pleasure coming for this inauguration of the NJFLAP Junior program. Sir, Dr. Celso has been very kind to remind me time and again that your presence is very much essential for today's program, though I was unable to come yesterday. Nonetheless, by mistake yesterday, the booking for my flight was done, but I couldn't come yesterday because it was a very important meeting for me regarding the project of Samagra Shiksha, and the appraisal meet was very important for me. So I had to cancel my flight yesterday. I did promise Dr. Celso that I would be coming for your program that's today. The State Council of Educational Research and Training, which has been very recently become an autonomous body, and it's going to be named as Goa SCRT henceforth. That's from April onwards. We will be independent body, and my role at the SCRT has been, because I've been deputed there to look after the training of the teachers. I was once part of the Samagra Shiksha way back in 2010 to 2012, and also part of the Goa Financial Literacy Program. And in fact, we had flagged off the literacy program in 2015, and it was well taken by all the higher secondaries. Even today, if you ask me, I can proudly say that I insist my 11th standard and 12th standard students to participate in the ongoing program of the Goa Board on financial literacy. I have maybe less number of students enrolling, but I make it a point that at least I have 20 to 25 students each year who participate in the financial literacy program. The teachers are trained, because at that juncture we had trained some of the teachers by inviting faculties from the National Stock Exchange and a financial planner, Mr. Amit Trivedi. They were down here in Goa to train all the teachers, and along with the teachers I was also trained as a master trainer for the financial literacy program, and that created an interest for me to be to this program. The State Council of Educational Research and Training Goa has been actively engaged in enhancing financial literacy among students and educators, recognizing its pivotal role in fostering informed financial decision making. Very recently, we, as Dr. Celso has mentioned, that we recently trained the 9th standard teachers for the financial literacy under the interdisciplinary area just a month back. I'm happy to inform Dr. Celso that